A Sigma man can quickly come off as cold or aloof to others, because they spend so much time in their head. They are often so deeply immersed in a project or other mental pursuit, that they may lose awareness of the people around them. This may create an air of superiority about them. Likely, they're not purposely hurtful, just lost in thought. The Sigma male wants to understand everything, and that quest for knowledge can make them quite challenging to deal with. This may have led him to become aloof or distant towards others. The coldness of a Sigma male is often misunderstood. Sigma males are very logical, and logic requires discipline to follow through with the process. Logic also requires a willingness to make decisions, even if they are difficult or unpopular ones. These qualities may lead people who don't understand a Sigma's personality type to think they lack empathy for others because they're cold. This isn't true at all. In fact, it couldn't be further from the truth. The opposite might actually be true. The more you know about a Sigma, the more it becomes clear that their lack of outward warmth has nothing whatsoever to do with how much love and care they have for other people on a deep level. The truth is, a Sigma man cares about his loved ones so much that they've almost been driven crazy by a desire to understand them. To better explain this, let's take a close look at what causes the tempestuousness in relationships, especially when it comes to romantic relationships. Sigma men are most often introverts and feelers. To most people observing him, the coldness of a Sigma is due to an unwillingness to share their feelings, in a way that others consider normal. In fact, most people consider it rude for anyone to not share every single emotion they're ever feeling with everyone else. It's like an unwritten rule of human interaction: if you have strong emotions about something, you must tell someone. For Sigma, however, this is simply not true. Sigma males don't share all of their thoughts and feelings for two fundamental reasons. 1. They fear being misunderstood by those who don't understand them very well, and oftentimes those closest to them. And 2, they figure that since they're going through such an ordeal by trying to understand these emotions themselves, they may as well keep them to themselves, until they're absolutely sure that everyone else involved is ready and able to handle them. When they've finally figured out all of the nuances surrounding a particularly annoying emotion, it's almost like a weight has been lifted off their minds. And to share this burden with someone who isn't able or willing to be understanding, at least not at the moment, would only cause undue stress for both parties involved. The Sigma men don't want you guessing, they want you knowing. They don't want explanations, they want solutions. They don't even really care if you know about how much they love you or why. All they really want is for you to know that they do love you and have a reason why, even if it's quite a hard concept for the other party to understand. One of the most frustrating things in life to a Sigma is trying to explain something, only for the other person to look at him like a deer caught in headlights. The ice-cold exterior of Sigma male. They are known for their seemingly cold and unemotional nature. Some people may find this off-putting, but it is actually a sign of an introvert who has learned to balance their thoughts and ideas internally, before presenting them externally. Sigma males have the ability to see things from many different perspectives simultaneously, so they need time alone in order to process what they are thinking about. This is why you will often see the Sigma men sitting quietly by themselves, with a thoughtful expression on their face. Once they have finished processing everything inside of their brain, they can turn these ideas into words or actions that make sense to everyone else around them. But if you try to engage them in conversation before giving them time to do this, it can be difficult for the Sigma to create a proper response. They will try their best to provide you with a polite response, but they will almost certainly apologize afterward for not being more enthusiastic about chatting with you. But the truth is that there is no need to force a Sigma into social situations. They are perfectly happy sitting quietly by themselves, because now they feel like they finally have time and space to think things over and process their ideas. If someone were to force this introvert into a group setting before they were ready, then it would almost certainly cause them stress, which is why many of us find our minds wandering back to those times when we were forced to socialize. The Sigma males need to find a way of getting this balance right, since they do not want to spend too much time alone, and neither do they want to spend too much time around people. That's why it is very common for Sigma to become a hermit, after being surrounded by other people all day at work. They need enough quiet time to relax, but they don't like it when their thoughts get jumbled up, because there are too many external influences on them. This is why you will often see this personality type retreating into their own minds, before re-emerging when they have figured everything out again. Why this is a good and bad thing for certain situations. Because of their introverted nature, Sigma men can be seen as cold or distant. This isn't really a bad thing for specific situations. For example, if you have to make a presentation at work and need to project professionalism, coldness might just be what you're going for. On the other hand, it would probably be better to be a warmer person if you want to get married or have kids. Let's see which situations are benefited by being cold, and which aren't. Firstly, in a professional setting, when you're working with people whose moods do not affect your job performance, such as co-workers, it's better to be distant so that others can see you as cold and calm. This will make you seem more professional or cool-headed, and thus may give an impression of competence or leadership, if that's what you want. Now, if you work alone and rarely interact with anyone, then there really isn't any reason for you to put effort into making yourself seem cold. In fact, being cold when you work alone is something that makes you seem antisocial. Secondly, in a political situation where it's important to make alliances with others and have good reputation, being cool can give an impression of intelligence, which could lead to influence, or simply ensure that you're seen as a professional person. Whatever the case, this will keep people from seeing you as irrational or having bad judgment. And again, if there is no one else around, it doesn't matter what kind of person they see you. Being cold isn't always the better option though. For example, if someone compliments your new haircut and you respond with thank you, rather than giving a genuine response, that can make you seem rude or arrogant. If you're trying to get married, then it's probably rather important to be nice and respond warmly, at least most of the time. And of course, if you have kids and just think responding coldly to their comments looks mean, then why would you want to be like that? The point here is that being cold isn't necessarily better for all situations, only some. For certain situations, it can make you seem more professional and intelligent, but in others, it's better to be warm and genuine like most people.